There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him? I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I believe I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions, to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But, as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But, if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
I will think about it.
As you wish, but don't wait long. It won't last forever.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I will think about it.
As you... Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I am gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found.
They say the ambassador of Thélème sends his guard all around the city in search of heretics.
Greetings. I hope your day will be... May the disease never afflict you, Your Excellency.
Oh, hello, Your Excellency. It is an honor.
Good day, Tavern Keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars. The epidemic still rages, now that we have a city there.
Has the Malicor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. People stopped going out of their homes. And then, thankfully, the alchemists of the bridge. People were still distrustful. I also lost quite a few regular... Oh, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories.
Right. Even say the man trees. Treasure abounds under every rock. Last night, some naughts even told me. Ah, but you know the kind.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce. And he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
I'm going to help you leave the city. But you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well, then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting. So, did you find a way to get me out?
No, not yet.
The servant's door. The lock's double bolted.
The key to the tavern. Locked.
Let's go and find the alchemist. We need to get him out of here as fast as we can.
So, did you find...
Yes. I need to get you... I have unlocked the service entrance.
Without being skinned alive by the mob?
You need to remain prudent.
I follow you.
Let's sneak out the back.
I hope we don't run into any unhappy patients. Angry customers. And we have no choice but to go this way?
To my help! And death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
More angry customers. I should have stayed at the tavern. I was safe.
To my health. And death to the others!
Holy heathens. Protect me.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion!
Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
My cart, finally. I owe you my life. How can I ever thank you?
Just do us the favor of never coming back. And stop this deceitful commerce.
Have no worries about that. I'm not going to forget this lesson anytime soon.
Move along now. Get out of here while there's still time.
Would you accept this as a token of my gratitude? Farewell, my lady.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say that I put an end to his activity. Matters turned out a little more He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but all the same, you have nothing to fear.
We'll eventually... Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate... Thank you for your help, Excellency.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tir Freddy on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The Prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these...
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do... If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, I'll look into this and see what I can do. Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, our glorious nation is... We follow the teachings of Matthias, and give thanks each day to the high dignitaries of Thélème.
I've heard say that descent...
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about... The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision, but other, more... They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract soul, but their differences are purely theoretical.
What is your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, we appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle... Thanks to your support, more and more, the congregation is our... That heresy is tolerated, and that you're treated...
How is Thélème faring on Tirfredi?
We built a marvelous city, San Matthias. Did you know that certain historians... Our missionaries there are a Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance, but I am confident that And we have tremendous hopes.
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has... We fight on every front. These so-called savants.
And on Tirfredi?
To my knowledge, no one has yet... The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, which leaves us greater lack...
I must be going.
May the light guide you.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to... Have you seen anything to your... Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome, mate. Have you? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's niece. All is in order. You will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship. Not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many. As long as they don't try and get on my ship. That said, we did
A smuggler?
in the port jails. Might I ask you, why the sudden interest?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. They were making quite some ruckus. We, of course, refused entry. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain you're potential. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin, by chance? To be honest, we were hoping...
Did you say he was intending on selling? My men spoke of a rather animated party.
That isn't the safest place.
Let's go and find him.
Happy to be of some help.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into...
Impossible. All merchandise must be registered at the... So, unless you're asking me...
I wouldn't go that far.
Well then, they'll have to wait.
Hellfire. if that shipment...
Captain, I understand your position, but...
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tier 4D. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held, before all that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to...
Sorry, Kurt.
The commander is gonna have my head.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor... When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had it. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor...
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords? I don't think so.
Miss Jonas, does he have any...
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be...
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find...
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is sea-born. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Nort uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients. But it's doable.
I've seen...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime...
You can see for yourself that I'm no...
I'm already locked up. Yes, I am a smuggler.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Tulame. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine. I don't really think of my clients as kin.
A real saint, you are. How about... Tell me where I can find them and I'll...
That works for me. You're two... They must be waiting for me. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll...
Thank you.
Anytime. Come on now. Let me out. You promised. Please!
I don't have the key.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits.
Very well, I'm going.
You cannot pass. Only the Nauts have ac-
Orders haven't changed, you know. No.
Very well, I'm going.
To my
Captain? Milady?
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the act.
Orders haven't changed, you know.
Very well, I'm going.
Orders haven't changed.
Very well, I'm going.
Damnation! We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into...
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the... Please, please, have pity on us. We are not heretics. We are nothing...
In that case, why is the ambassador... Why is the Inquisition looking for you and...
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't...
We fled all the way to Serene, but the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they...
Tell me more about your research. What...
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Ptolemy after traveling...
The very same. His writing was kept...
With the discovery of Teofredi, we wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land, but the text that we discovered...
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the...
It was written in black and white, and...
I understand now what that text... This voice from the depths sounds more than...
The sacred texts are always difficult.
Who were you hoping would give you a...
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase...
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk...
That would be better than being...
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating we were even ready to say that we had never seen the truth.
It served no purpose.
I see.
I beg of you, please do...
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin. If he can be persuaded to offer you...
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to stay here.
you spoken with the ambassador? Has he accepted to give us refuge?
Orders haven't changed.
Very well, I'm going. Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather...
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthias, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated. Or...
These sinister hypocrites are going...
Without a doubt. And that's why
We are willing.
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel...
Very well.
I need to be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much
If you would allow me, I would like...
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
It pains me to inform you that the heretic...
Curse them!
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that might...
The bridge. But I had hoped that you might intervene. We have nothing else to do but pray that the
I must be going. Farewell.
May the
But I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry.
I certainly hope so.
What will be your official title on Tearfree?
Come now, don't be... But His Highness has also asked me. I am therefore required to take note of and also obtain as much. Your help will be
It's always a privilege. I need to be leaving.
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Joe.
That's right, yeah.
Yes.
Your happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Boy, I haven't the faith.
What does Jonas do in his free time?
He just hangs around here or there. You know that when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern.
Did he ever have one?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as...
Do you think you could have made him...
I wouldn't think that for a moment.
I don't know where to start.
No. Lauro won't stop.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. The itch for a drink gets us all. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over. I called back to him, as you guess.
What do you think about Captain Vasquez?
He's a damn good navigator. He knows his craft well, in spite of...
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet.
I need to be going. Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing...
Talking about Jonas, but like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds.
What do you think about Captain Vasquez?
He's a just man. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for...
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. The other day, in the tavern. And then when we left, him and I, well, those brutes were there, waiting for him.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe...
Did you report this to the...
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what the captain... No.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you?
Maybe.
Do you know what was...
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere...
How would I know?
Did anyone else see the...
There was still a small crowd. I seem to recall that regular kind of fellow who plays for Mon. Now and again he comes out when nature calls.
Thank you, Lauro.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.